It's full steam ahead during the summer months here at Dubai Racing TV. And it's not just the UAE racing season under our spotlight. There is also a small matter of producing and presenting on track, backtrack and around the globe. Today we are going to feature On Track and give you a little insight into exactly what goes on at Dubai Racing HQ. On Track is our daily preview show which airs 5 days a week at 1 p.m. It's only a half-hour show, but there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to bring that 30-minute segment to your screens. It all starts early in the morning, as today's presenter Laura King explains.
About 8 o'clock in the morning, I tend to get here quite early on days that I'm presenting and therefore doing a lot of the producing for On Track. And the first job really is to sort of turn up some news. So while I'm having my breakfast, when I get up in the morning, have a quick look at a couple of websites, usually Sporting Life and the Blood Horse. Twitter as well is a great source of breaking news. I'm looking for anything that's got a UAE connection, so horses that have raced here, UAE owners, what their horses are up to. And then I have to look the tapes up on our library system. Then we take this tape number, we write that down, take it up to the library, and we're therefore able to use that footage in today's programme.
Once the tape numbers have been collected for the footage required for the show, it's off to the library to collect the tapes. And there is always a helpful librarian on standby to give us a hand. After that has been done, there is a small matter of recording all the footage needed onto a tape to get it ready for editing. This can be a time-consuming process. Whoever said TV was glamorous?
What we're doing, we're just highlighting the VTs for today's On Track, or rather, this is our wonderful editor Ziad. He does pretty much all the hard work. I just sit here and tell him what to do, or point out which horse is which in each race, which in this one it's Topher winning at Doncaster, and the idea is to give the viewers a little bit of form. Ziad does all the hard work, as I said, on this system called FCP, which is Final Cut Pro. It's a little time consuming. It's fair to say it's probably not the best part of the job. We've got quite a short time frame to get On Track ready. Obviously the programme goes on air at 1. The director needs everything on a tape, an old-fashioned tape. He needs that by 12 o'clock at the latest.
Once the final material has been recorded in order onto a tape, it gets whisked upstairs to the gallery and passed over to the programme's director. And today's director, Mohammed, talks us through his role.
I'm the director of On Track, and this is the running order I get from the producer. I check it out all. When I come to the studio, I check my cameras, the lighting, the materials will be in tape. We record them in this machine. It's the EVS machine. And of course, there's the EVS operator helping me here.
The production of On Track doesn't stop there, and there is always a producer on hand to prepare and furthermore oversee the graphics and captions that you see on your screens during the show. Stephen is in the producing hot seat today and gives us an insight into life in the gallery.
Okay, so we take it in turns to produce On Track, mainly getting the graphics together. So we get the running order off whoever is presenting, get all the information together, whether it be today's runners or riders. We've got the map here where the racing takes place in the UK. So we'll spend an hour or so every morning before On Track inputting the graphics in here. It looks very simple, just a bog standard computer, but it'll get played on the screen. All very nice with a simple press of the button, and during the show we'll sit here and make sure there's no communication breakdown between ourselves, the director. We can hear obviously what Laura, the presenter today, is saying, and make sure that all these graphics get played at the right time. Hopefully the presenter doesn't need to cue them up, so it can be a nice seamless transition between what she's talking about and a nice on-vision graphic, so that she's not always in vision and the viewer's got something else to see.
Well, the show is just about ready to go, but there is one last thing, and that, of course, is your appearance on screen. So we thought it best to catch up with Laura, who is putting the final touches on in makeup.
This is the makeup room, and Rosie here has got the difficult task of transforming me from me into someone who looks a little bit more like a TV presenter. And luckily we've got about 4 or 5 makeup artists, and they're all really good. And usually it takes around 20 minutes for a normal programme, maybe a little bit longer for something like Dubai World Cup. And the idea is, I think, just to cover up any major flaws, but actually, in all seriousness, now we're filming in HD a lot of the time, I do have to have a lot more makeup.
And that's it, a whole morning working away behind the scenes of On Track. So many people involved, But more importantly, a big thank you to everybody who makes it happen.
3, 2, 1, fade Abdurrahman and cue Laura.
Hello and welcome to On Track. And what is it?